Yo, what is going on, my Dokkan tubers? It's only Niles here, bringing you yet another max dupe system showcasing, and in today's episode, we're going to be showcasing the Physical Super Saiyan Gotenks. So let's talk a little bit more about this card. Prior to this was a pretty staple unit, being the fact that you did get a guaranteed seal when you lit off a super attack. But nowadays, when you have his TUR form, not only are you going to get the seal with the super attack, but now you're going to give yourself up 100%, which is quite optimal on any deck, including the Model Physical and the new Fusion team on the JB side. Still waiting for Global to catch up. I guess it's just going to be a patch when you guys get that leader skill. But until then, it's a really good card. Prepared for battle, fierce battle as well, fused fighter, and it does share the innocence link, which is really going to link up quite nicely with the Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I was just able to unlock the bottom right hand side by doing that 50 Dragon Stone pull, where you are able to get those physical orbs and the 1 Elder Kai. So guys, without further ado, we are going to be hopping into Super 2, and it's going to be noted that I am bringing in Tech Vegeta to supply myself up by 30% attack and defense, so it's going to be noted of that. And if you are new to this channel, you like this type of content, you want to see more of this, definitely consider subscribing, smash that like, and let me know in the comment section below what you guys want to see next. So in the meantime, we're going to be going against Super 2. We're going to try to keep this roughly under a 15-minute video, so if you like this video, definitely consider subscribing, of course. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm actually not going to be relying on the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as much as I really need to. I'm going to keep him in the second turn spot rotation. We're going to get the Kamehameha link off regardless, so we'll see what we can do in the meantime. I'm quite curious to see what the Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks can do along with the physical one. So let me know, guys. Let me know. What do you typically run on your fusion decks to begin with? There's that one shot, really optimal. But what do you like to run on your fusion decks? Do you like to run the strength version of Gogeta? Do you like to run the technique version of the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks? I know I have him maxed out at the moment. But I wanted to bring in the Intelligence Gogeta and the physical one. So in the meantime, we are going to be able to get the seal off. So primarily, I'm going to keep him in the first turn rotation slot, even though I am getting super attacked. It's really not going to matter too much. So what I'll do is his defense is quite optimal at the moment. He's keeping up with Gogeta, and his attack is not too far off. I mean, by 100,000, but that's going to be expected. But here, actually, we got the super attack off. So within range, about 80,000 attack. So Physical Super Saiyan Gotenks was not going to be able to take him out. We do have Intelligence Gogeta to come into play. But guys, like I said, let me know what you want to see in the next showcasing. I'm going to be leaving my box on the screen yet again. You can see that really nice defense from the Vegeta coming into play. So let's see what type of damage output we're going to be able to get. Over 1 million at this point. This is damn near going to be a one-shot. I'm going to predict that, especially if we do land the crit. 2.2, man. Pretty optimal. I'd say any card that's 80% and above as of now. Well, you know, I don't want to leave out Godku with 75% up, but at that time, I'd say 80% and above is quite optimal. 100% is damn near good. So definitely take that in consideration, my friends. So what we'll do is we'll get a one-shot. We'll try to get a one-shot, and if not, Gotenks should be able to take him out. And like I said, we're going to try to keep this just under a 15-minute video. So thanks for tuning in. And once again, thanks for hitting 4,000 subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. We're well on our way to near 5,000. So hopefully I'll have some collabs planned out a little bit later with some other YouTubers. If you guys want to see that, definitely let me know who you want to see me collab with. I'll try to get in touch with them. If not, try to get in touch with them yourself. Sounds kind of weird, but you guys know what I mean. So what I'll do is I'm going to that kind of sucks. I'm going to still try to keep him in the first turn rotation slot. Like I said, this is not going to be ideal, and I'm not aiming for a maxed out. I'm not going to try for an itemless battle at this moment, but I damn near could if I was able to keep the optimal turn rotation slot on. But we'll see what we can do in the meantime. I'm going to be trying to do my best, but the defense is quite on point right there with 150% up. We're nearing 890,000 at this point. So let's see if we can get the seal. We're going to be able to get the seal right there with a 1.7, my friend. With the additional attack, Gogeta's going to come into play and end this. So we're really going to see his optimal damage output and his defense when we do go against Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. We're landing criticals left and right. This fusion team is by far my favorite deck to run so far. You know, let me know. Hey guys, hashtag fusion decks, or you guys hashtag the Omega decks. Let me know what you guys are favorite for running. Still, the mono decks, including the physical, the agility, the strength, etc., are quite optimal at this point, and they could out damage the fusion teams at the moment, depending on what you have. So definitely keep that in mind. So what I'll do is I really want to have Tech Vegeta just keep floating around, just to help everybody out. Really don't want to have to heavily rely on anybody. So what I'll do, my friends, is let's try to take out him right off the bat. I'm going to display type advantage on, you know what, I really don't want to have to take out Frieza. I want to actually leave, let's see, Physical Super Saiyan Gotenks to go against Frieza. I want to have type advantage, and I want to display that for you guys. But you can see right here that defense is really not a problem with 150% up, especially when you have a support card like Vegeta. Now, it could be noted that you could run Pandel. I think it's Pandel who is the support card overall, but we'll see how we're going to plan out. I'm going to try to make this an itemless battle, but I can't really make too many promises. But let me know if you guys are excited for a new super boss race to come into play. I really would hope that Strength Janemba, if not Super Saiyan 3 Broly and the Super 17 would come into play. It would be nice to make this a little bit more difficult, but man, Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is absurd. Like, really out damaging my max dupe system Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and it's, you know, it's quite crazy, to be honest with you. So what I'll do is, I don't want to have to really go for the shoot. I don't really want to have to go for the one shot, but I guess we will go for it anyway. We're not, you know, it's this type disadvantage, so it's really not going to be too big of a deal. I'll take Gogeta off the turn rotation slot, because I'm sure you guys are aware that Intelligence Gogeta is super effective against all types, respectively. So we'll see what we can do in the meantime. Alright, we'll see what we can do. So what we're going to be able to do right now is, alright, we were just able to one-shot right through the Strength Frieza at that point. I apologize for that moment. Someone was asking me a question. Alright, so what I'll do is, we'll keep Physical Super Saiyan Gotenks back on the turn rotation. I'm going to try to match up that Innocence link in the meantime. And then we should be moving right on. I mean, you know, we would have had type advantage if I would have kept it in the first turn rotation slot, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get that ideal spot. So we'll see what we can do in the meantime. We have criticals built into play with this card. I've not seen a critical, but we're damn near one-shotting through everything at this point. So now we're going to be hopping onto Golden Frieza, where I think I do have Super Saiyan Gotenks in the turn. Yes, I do. It's going to be quite nice. So what I'll do is, you know, I'll try to go for the counters. I don't think I'm going to be able to, you know, this is his showcasing, right? But I don't want to have to take too much damage. So I'm not going to get a super attack off, because I don't want to have to one-shot, because my friends does have really heavy crits built into play. But we are going to get 30% up, so let's see if Gotenks can finish the job. Now, I do have the Dokkan attack lining up at the moment. Now, it looks like we're going to be able to get the counter regardless, because that flame did scratch, the screen did flash. And thankfully enough, we didn't land a crit at that point. But you can see if we landed the crit, this would have been pretty crazy. We definitely would have been unable to one-shot right through. These 50 stamina bosses are not quite near what the 120% defensive buffs are. But look at that, really over 1 million at that point. It's quite crazy, to be honest with you, like really rivaling my Super Saiyan Blue Goku. You can expect when the 150% respective comes up for that Super Saiyan Blue Goku that he probably will outdamage. His attack is a little bit higher overall. So who should be able to be the one to take him out? I'm going to have just Gotenks take him out in the meantime. I'm going to try not to get a super attack off in the meantime. I'm not going to absorb any of these green orbs. I'm going to really keep it for the Gotenks in the next turn rotation slot. I think we are going to be going against Cell. Not mistaken. I think it's Cell. It very well could be Goku Black. This has been a little while since I've actually gone against Super 2, so forgive me. And I do have the phone going off in the background, but hopefully I can remove that with my Adobe Audition noise remover in the meantime. So we're going to be hopping on to Black. We're approaching our 9-minute mark, so I have about 5 minutes to do. So I'm going to actually kind of speed things up in the process. But if you are still sticking around, I greatly appreciate it. So we're going to get the Dokkan attack off, which is going to be really nice. So what I'll do is be able to get this off right here. I'm going to collect these orbs so I can get the Dokkan attack off. I should be able to get the Dokkan attack off, right? Yeah, there's that Dokkan attack. I'm going to do my best to hit all of these. Sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it gets slow, and when I'm actually on Chromecast recording through my Elgato, sometimes it actually lags, so If you guys see me miss one, it very well could be error, human error, but sometimes it is the latency, because there is about a brief 1 second lag, not even a 1 second lag, but like half a second lag in between my gameplay and my Elgato. So let's see what we can do in the meantime. We're going to be able to land that big crit, right? No, 1.6 million, but not too bad on the Dokkan attack. We've got a little bit of health back, but we're going to have too much of a hard time regardless. So what I'll do in the meantime is I'll have Gotenks come into turn rotation, really just non-stop getting that 12 key super attack off, which is, you know, it's not too big of a problem. With the technique type, it is a problem because you do get that extra, I believe it's an extreme instead of well, it's really hard to say. I believe you do get, I think it's almost like near 30% on average higher with 11 key super attack with the technique Gotenks, but that's really not the case for the physical one. He does give himself up 60%, I believe, last time I checked. So what we're doing is we're looking in really good shape, but fortunate enough, we are not going to be able to get a super attack off with my Vegeta, but we do have the chance for the crit and the additional at this point. We're going to be able to get the super attack off with the physical Gotenks. We should be able to seal, right? Yeah, I believe you can seal Goku Black. So we'll see if we get a really nice critical, if not a one-shot on this card. There's that decent attack. 144,000 is really not too bad on a basic attack. 890. Wow, this is crazy. I mean, still, the attack boost is quite immense. 569,000. We are able to seal him as well. And his defense is quite up there. We are looking at double-digit defense. 150% up is quite absurd, if I must say. Let's see if we get right through here. We are just able to miss that. So what I'll do is I'm going to have Vegeta, actually, I'm going to start keeping him on. I'm going to try to mow right through this. We're almost done with Goku Black at this point, and then we will be hopping onto the Cell at this point, where we're going to have slight disadvantage at the end with the strength version, but it's not going to be too much of a problem. I don't have an agility card, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, in this fusion deck. I could run I guess the agility, right? The agility nuking Dbzanimestar who does awaken into the Super Saiyan form, but as of now, I don't believe there's any other fusion card, maybe besides the Broadpan. I believe the Broadpan is a agility card that you could technically run on here as well. Now we're going to be hopping on to the Junior Cells, which is not going to be too much of a problem. So what I'll do is keep this back on turn rotation slot. I'm going to go and take you out right off the bat, my friend. We're going to have type advantage, so I'm going to display that on the intelligence version. Vegeta was just hanging around there, floating around. And can you imagine if there is categorized fusion support cards that supply 40% up and plus 3 key? You know, arguably, I would not even like them to be supplying key at this point because they all have fused fighter prepared for battle for the most part and over in a flash. It would be really more beneficial to actually have maybe like, I know it's a little absurd, but plus 50% would be really nice. But 2.3 million, my friend, is, whew, damn, that damage output is quite absurd. But you can imagine, I mean, if there is a support card for categorized, like the Shadow Dragon Arc, plus 50% up, or even, I'd even say even 40% up at this point would still be really ideal. But guys, if you have any of the, whatchamacallit, actually, you know, I'm going to keep you right here. I'm going to take Intelligence Gogeta off in the meantime. But guys, if you have any of the Baba mini, I guess you would call them like pseudo Neo God leads at the 70%, let me know if you are excited, because on global right now, you guys have them at like half price comparatively to the Japanese version, which is roughly around 70,000 Baba points still, even with a discount. I think on global you're roughly around 20,000. So now would definitely be the time to collect them, because it's an ultra high chance for the passive to go up. It's plus 3 key, attack and defense up by 30%, so I think that equates to about a 70% chance, which is still good. I would consider actually running it even on one of my decks as well. So definitely take advantage of that right now. All of them are pretty optimal at this point, but if I were to favor one at this point, I'd really like the Master Roshi. It does look cool. It's the Turtle Wave, the Kamehameha, and probably next I'd say the Great Saiyaman, but you can't deny that Krillin looks pretty tight in that Piccolo uniform. So let's see what we can do, as I guess D-Free would say, hashtag Krillin it. Definitely check out his showcasing of the Super Saiyan gods as well. It's definitely, I'm so excited that he's doing that as well. I think he recently just did the intelligence one, followed by the strength one. I think the agility one is coming up, which is by far one of my favorite Super Saiyan gods. So, you know, if you haven't done so already, definitely check out my intelligence Super Saiyan god showcasing. Really fun unit, versatile unit to run. And now that I was actually thinking about it, I kept Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on the turn rotation slot. We're able to one-shot right through this. So in the meantime, what I'll do is have him, I guess, try to one-shot right through Cell. You know, we do have type disadvantage. Right after this, we're going to be hopping on to the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So thank you so much still for sticking around. I know we are quite over that 15-minute mark at this point, but we shouldn't be taking too much longer. I'm going to do my best to have the Dokkan attack against Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, so I do appreciate you sticking around thus far. We are just damn near able to almost one-shot right through, but Gotenks is going to come through. Despite the type disadvantage, he hits really hard regardless. 845,000 with 150% up. Now keep in mind, these are not quite the 50 stamina boss buffs of the recent meta, but they're still good to say the least. So now we're going to be hopping onto Vegeta, and we'll see what we can do, guys. We will see what we can do. I am currently working on my global account ever since I pulled Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I do have pretty much every one of the heroes besides Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta at this point. So when that banner comes back, I'm going to be going back on it, so you can definitely expect that. So what I'll do is display type advantage. We're going to get the super attack off with Super Saiyan Gotenks, and I think I want to keep Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on a turn rotation with him as well. We have Gogeta just at the end. Really overpowered units. But guys, if you want to see another max dupe system showcasing of my complete rainbow deck, let me know. I will choose a boss, or you guys can even choose a boss that you want me to go against. I'm even open to going against Super 3 as well. Despite the fact that I still have Gogeta as my lead, I have not quite pulled my last dupe for Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, but I am willing to take on that challenge, so definitely let me know. Comment in the comment section below, let me know what you guys want to see next. So what we'll do is we'll still keep Gotenks on turn rotation. We're going to get a higher super attack off if I do match him up with Gotenks. I believe these two do share innocence. Correct me if I'm wrong, but majority of Gotenks do share innocence. But we should be hopping now on, I think, to the strength version after this, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if we're going to quite get the Dokkan attack off. I might just try to keep one punching right through him, but damn, 2.5 critical. Everybody's critical at this point is nearing 2 million at this point. So what I'll do is, damn, I don't want to really have to get the super attack up, but we'll get the Dokkan, I guess, with Gotenks. You know, we might as well. It's inevitable at this point. So if we can get the counter with a super attack, we can be in okay shape, right? We could be, potentially, but no, we're not going to be. So we're going to get the Dokkan attack. So we'll actually see what it's like with type disadvantage. We have Vegeta into play as well. We have Fierce Battle also, so we should be getting a substantial amount of attack boost. So I'd say on type disadvantage, even with, like I said, type disadvantage, we should probably near just about 1 million at this point. Now, if we do land a critical, this is definitely going to be roughly about 1.5, I would say. But I'm going to say we're going to hit 1 million regardless of type disadvantage. Let me know in the comment section below. Pause this video. I always like predicting it. But, okay. Yeah, that's cool too. 3.5 million is pretty cool too with type disadvantage. So what I'm going to do is try to not get a super attack off as much as possible. So what I'll do is, here's what I'll do. You know, it really pains me to get a super attack off. Damn, that sucks. Wow, pretty much. You know, I guess that's the problem. I guess that is the problem when it comes to the fused fighters. You're always going to get a super attack off. So we actually might be able to mow right through here, which kind of sucks. It's quite inevitable at this point. So do forgive me. I tried to do my best to line this up. So if Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is not going to be able to take him out, indefinitely the intelligence version of Gogeta is going to be able to take him out. But I do appreciate you sticking around thus far. It does mean a lot to me, of course. And if you want to see something in the next video, like I said, consider subscribing, like the like button, and yeah, wow. Everybody's landing a critical at this point, so Intelligence Gogeta, yeah, might as well be the showcase stealer of this show. I always have to have somebody stealing the show spotlight. 1.2, but guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I tried my best to keep this under a 15-minute video, but I do like to talk, and this could be a quicker video if I was not doing the commentary. But guys, once again, my name is Niles. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, And until next time, guys, you stay safe. Peace out.